What is up, guys? Welcome back to another, well, the first Fate Stay visual, but another Fate Stay series reaction. So, this is our first visual novel, and it's a game. Okay, I'm really terrible at it, and I'm using my computer camera. I'm not sure how this microphone and all that gonna work with this, but let's go and get this started. I'm planning to do at least 30 minutes. I just want to get started because it took so long since I finished the movie to here. So we're gonna go from 1 to all the way to the end. In that time, I'm pretty sure the movie will be out. So let's go and get this started. So I right clicked and this happened, and it's on a exit menu. Let's go. Okay, this English translation is intended to be used with legitimate, my English is not great, copies of Fate Stay Night. Mirror Moonclaw does not endorse the use of this English patch with illegal copies of the game. Okay, I'm not sure which one I'm using, but anyway, this is the work of fiction. Alright, I think I can skip that part. By using this translation, you agree on the following 3 conditions. You will not distribute any part of this translation together with an illegal copy of Fate Stay Night or any part thereof. You also will not use any part of the translation to help stimulate, promote, or encourage the distribution of illegal copies. Okay. Okay, so basically they don't do illegal stuff. Support the original copy, that's what they're trying to say. Type Moon presents. Okay, the sound is on. It was a thrust like lightning, a spearhead thrust to pierce my heart. Trying to dodge it would be useless. Being lightning, it invisible to the human eye. Okay, so I have to read this. But the lightning that tries to pierce me is repelled by the moonlight that tries to save me. Clang, a beautiful sound. So that's a collision between the swords. No, the sound before me is heavier than steel. The armor he is wearing is not beautiful at all, and as unrefined as the cold nights. The sound wasn't beautiful at all. It was actually the sound of steel. It's just that the night is beautiful enough to turn it into a charming sound like a bell. Okay, we're talking about our favorite servant Saber. Yep. I asked of you, are you my master? Okay, so this is Saber's root, I believe. She asks in a voice that lights up the darkness. I have come forth in response to your summons. Okay, this is when Lancer was attacking, right? From this time forward, my sword shall be with you, and your fate shall be with me. Now our contract is complete. What the hell is Shiro doing? He is just shocked. Yes, the contract has been completed. When she chose me as her master, I'm sure I swore to help her too, even though she normally refused them. The moonlight still lights up the darkness, as if following the night's example. The shed again falls silent, as if following the night's example. The shed again falls silent. Time has stopped. The scene lasts less than a second, but I'm sure I will remember the scene vividly even when I've gone to hell. To hell. So he knows he's going to go to hell. Just kidding. The face slightly turned. The quiet green eyes. Look at those descriptions, man. He's paying those attention to those details. The instant become an eternity. The blue outfit symbolizing her sway in the wind. A faint blue light filters in. The golden hair shines in the moonlight. Fate. I'm supposed to click next. Yeah. Oh, okay. This is a story from 10 years ago. Okay, so this is, we are going back to Kiritsugu. I'm watching someone I know very well. A tall man with a deep, featured face, who to my knowledge has never told a joke, is patting my head. No, that's not quite right. I guess he doesn't know how much strength to use, so to be more accurate, he is grabbing my head and mashing it around. Wait, who's this? I guess that's only to be expected. After all, that's the first time he is ever patted my head. Oh wait, this is Rin. I will have to get going now. You know what to do now, right? I answer the deep voice with a polite yes. The man patting my head nods once. Let's go, and stand up. So that was it. If I would have known then that it was our final moment together, I would have made him laugh with my best jokes. I had practiced telling jokes a lot, in hope that I could bring a smile to his grave face. I guess you could say I was sad that I couldn't tell him any of them. I guess you could say, see, you have really less emotions. Put the association into your depth by the time you mature. I will let you decide what to do after that. You should be able to take care of yourself. Even though he said such things, I guess he was still worried. He told me about the heirloom jewels, the jewels inherited from the master, and how to manage the basement. Her father was straight up a mage, like a full mage, more than a father. As he was telling me all the things I didn't yet know, I realized even as a child that most likely he wouldn't be coming back. A war had started. I think my reading skill will improve with this. Not a war between countries, but a war between people. I'm surprised. I was expecting mage. war between mages, but the only ones at war were 7 people. In a situation like this, the word war should be unsuitable. The word war should be unsuitable. But here it's a different story, as the ones in conflict are Maggie. The 7 Maggie, each from different faction, had started to compete for unknown reason and killed each other in unknown ways. The man standing before me was one of them. He too was in a position to kill or be killed. He must have known more nearly than I did that his time was near. Well, technically he had 2 reasons, right? Either he might get killed or he might achieve his goal. Win. The Holy Grail will appear eventually. It is our duty as the Tosaka family to win it. More importantly, if you want to be a magus, you can't avoid it. Once more, he patted my head and left. That was the end. That was the last time I saw the man who entered the Holy Grail War as a master and died. The man who was my teacher as well as my father. Cece said, "Teacher before father. Take care, father." I see him off politely. I knew I was on the verge of crying, but I shed no tears. That's all I grinned. I loved him. He was a great father and a great magus. Among Maggie, there are only obstinate people. I have no idea what obstinate means. So I'm gonna have a look. Stubbornly refusing to change one's opinion. Okay, so stubborn people basically. In the whole world, I don't think anyone had a better character than his. He taught me as a teacher and loved me as a father. That's why I decided to choose my path according to what he left me in the end. Win. The Holy Grail will appear eventually. It is our duty as a Tosaka family to win. More importantly, if you want to become magus, you can't avoid it. In the end, he left me those bullets as a magus and not as a father. That is why, at that moment, my path was determined. Alright, I will do my best to be a proper magus. It's only natural for a student to follow the words of their teacher. Since then, through many twists and turns, I, Tosaka Rin, have matured. It has been 10 years since the winter day on which my father went to war. When saying winter day, I honestly think it's because it's no, never mind. Ignore me. I haven't exactly been waiting for this moment, but I'm excited. That's only natural. The event I have never forgotten about is about to start. Okay, 1 of 3, 31. 1 out of 31. Alright, that's ring. Something is ringing. Bring. Okay. Shut up. Stop it. The sound doesn't stop. Yeah, it's annoying. Let's keep it. It rings loudly as if I'm an enemy. What? Come on. I was up late last night, so she have to realize she's talking to a watch. Well, clock. It should let me sleep in a bit longer. No, it has to let me sleep in. She's arguing with the clock. I was disappearing my father's will until early this morning, and I've used up too much magical energy, so that's why she's tired. So loud. In other words, my mind and body are dead tired. Ah, jeez, you are really stubborn. Yeah. The alarm clock doesn't speak my language. Finally, so why does the ringing sound like telling me you are going to be late? Being late is bad. Thought that depends on the situation. I'm a good student, but maybe I can get to school at the last moment just for today. That's right, I set the alarm 30 minutes early, so I should be able to sleep for 30 minutes more. She is giving her a reason to sleep more. Huh? Isn't that strange? Set it 30 minutes early? I looked at the alarm clock drowsily. The clock is pointing exactly at 7. I usually get up at 6:30, so the spare 30 minutes have already been used up. Oh, why can't I think when I wake up? I stare at the alarm clock for several seconds. Shutting it off, I decide to get out of the bed. Thank you. Fancy looking tables. Passing through the cold hallway, I enter the cold living room. Cold. It's 7 o'clock on the last day of January. Fuyuki City is usually pretty warm in the winter, but this morning it's as cold as any other city. I can't even see my breath indoors, and on top of that, there's no one else in the house to warm it up. Heater. She's calling for heater. Turning on the heater, I heated the bathroom. No, I head to the bathroom. Now you can see my flaws in English. At times like this, living on your own is inconvenience. If there was someone to wake up before me, the living room would be warm by now. We need to find some early bird for that. I wash my face at the sink. I brush my long hair and get ready. A cold morning, a cold sink. The only advantage is that cold water clears your sleepiness completely. That is very true. Try to wash your face with cold water. Back to the cold living room. I tie my ribbon and I'm all ready. All I have to do is eat breakfast and head out. Looking at the clock, it's only a bit past 7 and I'm a bit disappointed. Man, I guess I don't have to run after all. Oh, okay, so she wanted to go on time this time, right, rather than early. Then again, I would never do anything as clumsy as running to school anyway. It is the custom of Tosaka family to act with composure and elegance at all times. Okay. Taking a custom like that seriously must mean that my family organized it from very high-class background indeed. Owning this old Western-style mansion is proof of that, and on top of it, the Tosaka family is a bloodline of a sorceress able to use the power of magic. If we are talking about age, our family has an ancient history. Well, it's not something I can brag about. I'm pretty sure she's bragging about it, but let's see. Actually, I can't speak openly about it at all. Oh, by the way, I, Tosaka Rin, am a magus. Who on earth can I brag to like that? Oh yeah, true. Magic is just what it sounds like. Magic. I don't care if you get the ideas like abracadabra or whatever. Okay, that's us. It's like one of those spells, right? It's a famous spell. Uh, you can just think of us as people who do strange things by casting spells. Oh, though it's not like we fly around on brooms or make stars appear with a wave of a wand. Well, we could do that, but we don't bother as if it kind of. Oh, okay, it's kind of meaningless. We are basically heretics who hide ourselves from the world. We are prohibited from standing out, and even if we want, we would rather be at home studying magic. This is your standard mage. On top of that, the word sorcerer is completely inaccurate. To be precise, there are only 5 sorcerers in the world. Things no one can do, things beyond the ability of a modern science. The ones who can make such miracles are the ones we call sorcerers. Miracles that can never be achieved, regardless of time or effort. Those we call sorcery. Yeah. Those things that are mysterious but achievable with time and effort, those we call magic. That's why I do is that's why what I do is called magic rather than sorcery. She gave us a big explanation between the magic and sorcery. It's complete it's complicated, but that's how it is. So just accept it. Roger. Well, to be honest, the modern world doesn't recognize the existence of magic. No, of Maggie, as we believe, control and learn things that are immeasurable. Our existence is incompatible with the modern world because it's kind of meaningless. Going to normal school and becoming a normal adult will bring you far more happiness than studying magic. Human technology is great. In the past few hundreds, it has been leading the way ahead of magic. Nothing is impossible for humans. The miracles once only possible through magic are now tools and not miraculous at all. Still, magic has its good points. Just as there are things possible only through science, there are also things possible only through magic. It was the master of the Tosaka family who said that if science is moving toward the future, magic is moving toward the past. Remember what her father's goal was? Something about the past and the future ending up at the same place, everything always running toward the 0 point. Let's put off all these difficult discussions. They should wait until we are old. Okay, where are we now? Okay, back to our cold living room. Finishing breakfast, I grab my bag. Oh yeah, I should bring the pendant. The pendant is important. I don't really want to take the thing to school, but it would be a waste just to leave it here. This thing is 100 years old after all. It's by far the greatest jewel in the house, so she is carrying it with her. I would be more scared that I would personally lose it. This thing is 100 years old after all. No, that's just an understatement. It's much stronger than that. I found this after decoding Father's will last night. It contained the equivalent of 10 years of my magical energy. Oh damn, that's the jewel at the background. There was said to be a heirloom, and this might well be it. We, the Magi of Tosaka, are skilled at transformation of power. We put our magical energy into jewel whenever we have free time. Ah, to put it simply, the jewel are bullets, and we are the guns. The only thing, only other thing I can say I've received from my father is magical crest of Tosaka family engraved on my left arm. In essence, this is the proof of the successor, and it's like a tattoo that contains all the inherent magic of the Tosaka family. It hasn't started yet, but I guess it doesn't hurt to be careful. The fight. I put the pendant, which can now be said to be my father's memento, in my pocket. This is the last resort. Pretty much anything is possible with the magical energy contained in this. It's 7:30. I should get going or I will be late for school. Oh, okay. What the hell is that? Sicily Bunk Welfaren Tray. I wave my words with magical energy quickly. Being a magus, I can't let my guard down when I'm leaving my house, even though there's never been a single robber, wandering child, no stray hat, and I don't think my neighbors has ever come to say hello either. Well, I don't really care, but not even a stray hat? What's up with that? Okay, she seemed kind of disappointed that nobody came in her house. I looked up the mansion. I grown so accustomed to it over the years. Fuyuki is certainly a strange city with many Western-style houses on the side of town and an area full of Japanese-style house just beyond the intersection. I guess it's because many foreigner family came to live here a long time ago, but even so, I don't see many foreigners around here now. There's a foreigners cemetery in the new city across the river, but it only has the grace of a first generation of family. Maybe the soil of Japan didn't suit them. I will go to the church and ask the priest sometime. Okay, see, think about weird stuff, people. He knows about a lot of boring things. Okay, that's scary. Huh? Okay. What is she surprised about? Stepping outside, I feel certain incongruity. Another word that I have no idea about. Incongruity. The state of being incongruous. Incapable. Oh, okay. Incapability. Interesting. What's up? It's quieter than usual. It's especially quiet with no sense of the morning noisiness. At 7:30, the street should be filled with students going to school and people going to work. Well, I guess there are days like this. Perhaps everyone slept in today. It's unusually cold, so I bet everyone is still wrapped up in their warm spread. Okay, the school. But even so, it's strange that I haven't seen even one student so far. At 7:30, you can usually see people in uniform here and there. But I'm the only person at school gates, and it looks like the clubs are just starting their morning practice. In other words, the only explanation is, "Oh, Tosaka, you are up early today." Well, there's the archery club leader, as I suspected. What a small sight. I turned into turned to the girl who addressed me. Oh, the morning, it really is cold today, huh? This girl speaking so frankly is Mitsuri Ayako. Mitsusuri. Mitsusuri. Mitsuri Ayako, that's how I want to call her. Ayako. She's my classmate in class 2A and there are a lot of stories about her. Good morning, Mitsusuri-san. Please excuse the abrupt question, but do you know what time it is? Good morning, Owen. Huh? It's almost 7. Are you still asleep? So she was 1 hour early. She waved her hands in front of me, wondering if I'm alright. She is one of few friends who know I'm not a morning person. In other words, she thinks I am not fully awake yet. I guess the clocks at my house were an hour fast. All of them. Not just my alarm clock, but the wall's clock as well. Really? Just what's going on here? Did father arrange for all of the clocks to go mad when the pendant was removed from the basement? I don't think that's his work. Let's see, Tosaka. Don't worry, it's nothing. Anyway, are you off to morning training practice as usual? Yeah, the archery club has lots of problem students and one good member quit, so I have to get them to look good and attract the new freshmen in April. So Shiro quit and Shinji is the problem. I see, there's always something to worry about, isn't there? You can say that since it's none of your concern. Oh, do you wanna come? The guys will love if you come and watch. Archery club, huh? I have 3 acquaintances in the archery club. One Ayako, the person before me right now, and the other 2 people I barely talk to. And for one of those 2, the word acquaintance doesn't really sufficient. I became friends with Ayako because I had been watching the archery club from afar. Alright, I will go if all I have to do is watch. I have nothing else to do this early anyways. Great, let's go right now then. The impressive archery range is one of our school's outstanding aspects. Perhaps the director is just interested in archery, but the range is much too fancy for the man's school club. Come on, there's still time before practice, so let's go in and have some tea. Oh, okay. Happy about something. Ayako drags me in by the hand. It's a bad habit of hers. She talks like a guy when she is expressing her true feelings. As Ayako said, there is no one in here. While sipping hot tea, we prepare for today's class. The tea tastes really good in the open winter environment. Ah, yeah, it's great. Coffee, tea, a hot beverage is great. Well, I will come straight to the point. How is it going, Tosaka? Have you found a reliable partner yet? So, as there's no one else around, Ayako comes straight out and asks me a ridiculous question. Huh? That's a really direct way of asking. Judging from your tone of voice, you already found yours. No comment. I am going to keep it a secret until you tell me. So what's going on? Looking at your tired face, I feel like I'm right. Another no comment, but you will probably see through my lies. Unfortunately, no, not yet on my part. How about you? I assume you don't have time to take it easy either. True, but things aren't looking good for me. I could get one right away, but it's not that kind of matter, you know. Our future depends on this, so I can't just compromise. I see, so you don't want to choose Hasley and lose to me. Of course not. The important part is making you lose. What I get comes second. She laughs boldly. Geez, we really are like. Are we? Are they? Yeah, when we first met, I warned you we would have this kind of relationship. Yes, he did indeed. I was certainly surprised when at our first meeting she said we would probably end up with a kill or be killed relationship. Or in other words, unless we go all out against each other, we will never really be friends. I agree with her on that, and that's why we have had a friend or four relationship for 2 years. Damn, that's a fun kind of relationships. By the way, why are we talking about this? Why? You are the one who started it, Tosaka. No, she didn't. You said there's something wrong with the woman never having a boyfriend, so we decided to see which of us could get a boyfriend before the third year. Oh, okay. So this was before a long time. Oh yeah, just tit for tat, I suppose. And did we say the loser would obey the winner for a day? Right, even kids don't make promises like that nowadays, but it's not like we are so losers. Whatever the result, the loser will obediently follow the winner's order. Just think about it, get me excited. Oh god, she's thinking something serious. Ayako laughs. Honestly, she's so serious about this. Miss Misusuri Ayako is such a difficult person to deal with. Though I can't wait to be Ayako either. So neither of us are people you want to deal with. I see, but Misuri-san, it's fine to enjoy yourself, but you should take care not to get your objectives wrong. You know that's not the only point of the contents, don't you? I know, I can't call it complete victory unless I beat you with a relationship you would really be jealous of. Well, that's the biggest problem for us. No matter how good a guy is, there's no point if we can't bring ourselves to love him. Ayako sighs heavily. To my knowledge, Mystery Ayako is said to hate me. Oh, okay. Rumors are never to be trusted, however, as she suggested this match, rather than hating man, I think she just didn't have a choice. But that's aside. Hold it. What do you mean, us? I will say it right now. But I'm not a cold-hearted like you. I would have no problem loving a guy. Oh, that's a lie. Oh, you are fooling yourself. There is no way you would ever be concerned about a guy. You never given one good response to any of the confession made to you. If you had even the slightest interest, you would think of going out with them. But you keep declining, so it must mean you are not interested in men. You are not thinking enough. Couldn't we say I'm a declining because I already have someone I like? Interesting. Wow, that's a good answer. I like that. It's romantic. Ayako not seriously not making fun of me. Her side says, wouldn't it be nice if that was the case? Geez, I really can't keep anything from her. You are right, I think so too. Well, it's exactly as he says. I know myself how cold I am. I admit it. I know nothing when it comes to love and relationships. Exactly, you are the one who said we are like. Oh, it's almost 7. Let's leave the secret talk there. You never know when someone might walk in on us. And we should act like a proper student. Okay, so we're gonna act like proper student from now on. Well, I never knew you had social manners like that. It was worth getting up early just to hear that. Here, not so much as you. My social manner are nothing compared to yours. You hide yours so much, it almost seems like you are a different person. Ayako even exaggerated sigh. Both of the teas she made are now empty and it's my turn to make it. So why don't you join the club, Tosaka? I won't listen to any lies about not having athletic ability. I'm still bitter that I lost to you in all aspects in last year's physical testing. Oh, but you beat me in lung capacity and also in weight. Also in weight, see, pissing off. Ah, alright. I'm 3 kilograms heavier than you. Hey, being heavier isn't something to be happy about, you fox. Ayako slams on the table. Be careful, you might spill the tea, Mystery-san. You are the captain, so you should treat this place with care. Shut up, I'm your rival first and captain of this place. Second. Oh, okay. Naturally, if there are no members around, I will go after you. Ayako looks at me with narrowed eyes. This girl has her own sense of beauty and she always says beautiful people have to do some kind of martial arts. Okay. She is bold person experienced in most martial arts. She joined archery club with no experience and now the captain as if it were only natural. Naturally good at sports. She is probably one of the top 3 people in the school you should never disobey, regardless of gender. Oh, isn't it a problem to claim you are not the captain if there are no members around? Of course not. I'm the captain in name only. So all I can do is keep an eye on the problem members. There are people better than me, so it's not a very dignified captaincy. Really? But Fujimura sensei say that your skills are outstanding. Well, if he say so, that give me some confidence. Yeah, I guess it's no good to think about people who don't come here anymore. Yeah, if it's Fujimura sensei, then I guess I should take being captain more seriously. So she's saying it's no good to think about the people who don't come here, and she's clearly talking about Emi Shiro. Oh wait, that's right. Speaking of which, it's almost time for the club member to arrive. Right, I will get going, but you stay and be a good captain. What, you are not going to stay and watch? I wouldn't understand. Watching from a distance is fine, but outsiders shouldn't be in the range, should they? Just as I arrive, someone enters the range. Oh, good morning, Captain. Ah, morning, Mato. You are alone this morning? Yes, I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help. Nah, it's okay. If he doesn't want to come, there's no point of forcing him to. Ayako addressed the club member who just entered. Well, I will be going. See you later, Mitsusuri-san. Yeah, see you later, Tosaka. Thank you for coming, Tosaka-senpai. Thanks, you too. You take care too, Sakura. Alright. I leave the train to try not to interrupt them. However, Tosaka, good morning. I'm lucky to see you so early. Bad luck, I run into someone I don't want to see. Good morning, Mato-kun. You are early today? Of course, as the captain, I have come early as an example to others. The smiling guy is Mato Shinji of Class 2C. He is the vice captain of the archery club and the owner of the hearts of half the girls in this middle school. Okay, I'm hitting my limits. Kind of an ideal. Good looking, good grade, sociable and kind to girls. I'm not too well informed in such an area, so I only heard all of this from my classmates. Really, I'm sorry to interrupt your good mood, but you are missing a word, Matokun. It's an important word, so I don't think you should forget. I think Rin just gonna piss him off while telling him he's a wise captain. Hmm? What do you mean, missing a word? You are missing the wise part. Wise captain. You should watch out. It makes no difference whether you are the captain or the vice captain, but if you put a lot of weight on it, people might think you are concerned about it, right? Shinji just paused. You are right, I will be careful from now on. Thank you, Tosaka. Seems fine. I've done nothing to earn your thanks, but I guess it doesn't matter if you think otherwise. Bidding him goodbye, I'll leave the range. Hold on, you came to watch, right? Then you should stay and watch. You are very welcome here. I would rather not. I don't want to interrupt the morning practice. Don't worry about that. If anyone is bothering you, I will just kick them out, so come in for a while. I'm saying I don't want to be a bother. Besides, it's not like I'm interested in archery. I don't like watching people I don't know practicing. Watching people I don't know practicing. What? You didn't have any interest in archery? Oh, so that's why you are watching us after school. Okay, so he knew he's watching after school. I don't know what he thinks the reason was, but he is undoubtedly making a big misunderstanding. Oh, he thinks she has a crush on him. Okay. Oh, so you knew, Matoku? Yeah, our eyes met many times, yours and mine. After I shot you, you would always be looking at me, right? I wanted to call out to you, but it's the rule. We can't raise our voice on the range. Oh, he followed the rules. As if happy about smiling, Shinji moves in closer to me. His smile carries a sense of superiority. Yep, he definitely thinks. I guess I misunderstood. I thought you I thought you liked archery, but you actually have no interest in it, right? So why were you watching the range? When it's like Kobe. Oh, I see now. Yeah, the conversation could certainly have taken that way. Kanji, move away, Matokun. I really don't like people coming so close to me. Huh? Tosaka, what? Honestly, it seems you still don't understand. It's not my style, but I will put it in terms even you can understand. Matokun, I'm saying that I have even less interest in you than in archery. Wow, talk about rejection. Frankly, I never even knew you were in the range, and I'm not about to start looking out for you now either. Oh, he's starting to sweat. What? What? As if I've angered him, he reaches out for me violently. I easily avoid it and turn my back on him. Oops. Goodbye, Matoku. It's good to have some ego, but you shouldn't let it grow too large. Tosaka, you. He sounded like he wanted to say more, but it doesn't seem like he's going to scream or come after me. Geez, he really is all show. If he was just a little more mature, he wouldn't be so more trouble for the people around him. Okay, to a complete different scene. Where are we? Alright, I know this is where she's gonna meet Shiro and the school council president. So I'm gonna stop here, guys. As I mentioned, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Wait, I need to keep this on. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna stop. It's not good for my eyes to read as well. So the whole reason I started, because I wanted to start it. And I don't know if you guys can notice, I'm having a blast. Honestly, I'm having a blast. So I'm looking forward to reading more of this. I think you have to right click and save. Okay, how do I save? More data here. Part 1, I guess. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I think that's how you save. So I'm having a blast for visual novel. So we might actually get to Steins Gate as well, which is one of my other favorite anime. So I'm looking forward to first finishing this, finishing some other animes, and we will get into Steins Gate as well. But so far I'm loving it, and this has a lot more details, and it's actually really enjoyable. You can get to see the characters a bit more, the world way better, and also their thought processes, like you guys mentioned, they cut a lot of stuff. So I'm so looking forward to seeing more of this. We started with Shiro, then we went to Rin and saw her, like what's her life is like. They only saw like a short bit of this in the actual anime, so anime adaptation. I'm really looking forward to it. And the best thing about this is, while we're catching this up, we get the movie to come up as well, which will be like a brand new reaction, because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be catched up with this. So I'm looking forward to it. And even Shinji, there's a bit more details coming out as well for Shinji, but you know, they were really confirming like how he is, his character. So I'm really looking forward to more of this. Let me know what you guys think. Am I doing it right? Are you guys enjoying it? All of that, please, in the comment section. The next part should be out very soon. Okay, no promises, but I'm trying to upload at least one video a week. That's the least I'm trying to do. But again, there's a lot of stuff happening outside YouTube as well, so do bear that in mind. But I will keep you guys updated, in especially the community. So don't forget to press the bell symbol as well. Again, guys, thank you so much for recommending me this. I am having a blast. I'm gonna do more, definitely. I'm gonna do more, definitely. So look forward to that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoy the reaction, don't forget to leave a like. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell symbol next to the subscribe button. If you go there, you can vote if you enjoy Fate series or not as well, and find my previous anime reaction, which is the movie which I did last. And yeah, that's it, guys. Have a wonderful day or night, and see you guys with more videos.